Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's presentation on S/4HANA Cloud Public Edition. My name is Rainer Zino, in charge of product management for our mid-market solutions. And I've been really looking forward to record this presentation because number one, to talk about SAP's portfolio without S/4HANA would be completely incomplete. And secondly, as I'm one of the last active R2 developers, one of the first R3 developers, obviously S/4HANA as the successor of all of these great solutions is very dear to my heart. That said, let's start the presentation. This is a forward-looking statement which I will present to you. Plans may change, therefore please consider this disclaimer chart. Let me first put S4 in the context of our entire mid-market solutions. We have Business One, we have Business by Design. Both by nature are suite in a boxes. If you like to have more information, please check out my videos which I've produced on these solutions. The focus today is on S/4HANA Public. The unique thing there is it's a modular suite. Why do we need a modular suite? Small companies typically need one solution that meets all of their business capabilities. Therefore, we provide them with suite-in-a-box solutions, be it Business One, be it Business by Design. Upper mid-market companies or also fast-growing small mid-market companies rather want a solution where they say, I take a financial kernel, a logistics kernel from SAP, but maybe I already have another solution which I want to continue using for some of my human resource management processes. And that is exactly what S/4HANA brings to the table. If we look at the visualization of some of the core business processes of S4, then you see financial capabilities, sales capabilities, logistical capabilities, and at the top of this graph, you also see the human resource management aspects from workforce planning, recruitment, performance management, succession management, and so on and so on. What we do here is that we do not put all of these capabilities into the S4 kernel, but we rather have a number of core business objects there, but at the same time we are using the line of business solution, Employee Central, to accomplish the same thing. And as I said it before, if you already have a human resource management solution, well then you can use exactly the same interfaces to integrate into S/4HANA Public Cloud. Therefore, it is a very modular solution, it is a very flexible solution that can grow with your requirements, and obviously SAP provides you both with the kernel and also all of the line of business solutions that you need to complement that picture. When I'm talking to prospects or also to partners who come maybe from the Business One or by Design world and say, hey Rainer, should we really invest in S4? Then my unconditional answer is yes. Because what S4 brings to the table are at least three aspects. The first aspect is it includes more than 900 best practice scope items. So these are all of the capabilities which we have collected and which we believe make up a great solution. The second aspect is, and that is what SAP is world famous for, these are the collaborative and the industry-specific processes that we have, and the great user interface on top. The user interface is probably the biggest difference to what we had in the past. So today we have this really beautiful Fiori user interface, which is a lot easier to use than what we had in the past, and it is highly adjustable to your needs. And last but not least, and this journey is starting at the moment, we provide you with Joule, our digital assistant, which will help you with many, many things for the years to come. It's a completely different experience to work with an SAP environment than what we've seen in the past. If we also talk a little bit about who is actually using S/4HANA Public Cloud today. There is a stereotype that it's only used by professional services companies. And yes, the professional services companies were the first ones to really adopt S/4HANA, because also the professional services companies were the first ones to say, yes, we believe that a public cloud solution is the way to go. But in the last couple of years, this mindset has broadened significantly. And today, as you can see here, besides the service-centric companies, also product-centric companies who are mostly interested in supply chain management and logistical capabilities are equally using S/4HANA Public Cloud. Here you see a breakdown of the different industries where you use these product-centric capabilities. And if we just take a look at a few capabilities that S/4HANA brings to the table. On the supply chain management side, you can see a long list of capabilities that demanding companies really need, including the whole topic of subcontracting. And the same you find on the right side of the picture here, the popular manufacturing scope. So you have a wide array of capabilities from the manufacturing space, and obviously then also complementing to the left side, again, the subcontracting capabilities. So S/4HANA is as much a great fit for a professional services company as it is a great fit already today for a discrete manufacturing capability. Features and functions is one side of the coin. The other side of the coin is that we provide you with the instrumentation to select the right capabilities, and we do that via the so-called digital assessment. Think of a dialogue between you and your partner, and the outcome is basically a bill of material of what are the capabilities that you really need. So you see that these capabilities are available in S/4HANA Public, and you see which one, to which extent you need them. The second aspect is we provide you with many, many industry best practices. And this is what the majority of prospects actually want. They want this collected knowledge of SAP, which we've built up over more than 50 years, and really have these processes available to them, so there's no need to reinvent the wheel. Once you have chosen the capabilities and you have your processes that you need, the next thing that SAP provides you are all of the services and specifically the tools that you need to run this environment. It is a public cloud, therefore we are in charge of managing all of the infrastructure and the application lifecycle aspects. But there are many things that are also in your hands, and the cloud application lifecycle management helps you a great time to do these administrative tasks. Let me add one more dimension to this picture. We talked about features and functions, and I showed you some of the supply chain management capabilities. Very important to me, with my background in the mid-market, is the understanding that an SAP solution is never complete. Therefore, we need a whole array of so-called non-functional capabilities. And we've invested a lot of time and energy to add these capabilities also into S4. So you can see some of them here on this chart, like the central business configuration, which made the fairly demanding process of configuring an SAP system in the world of R3 and ECC a lot easier. It is a business dialogue that you run through and the system generates for you the corresponding entries. We worked a lot on developer extensibility. I will come back to that in a second. We added the configuration localization toolkit so that partners can take an existing country version and start from there building additional country versions for those ones where SAP does not provide a country version. So these non-functional product capabilities really make S/4HANA Cloud so adjustable. Let's talk a little bit about artificial intelligence. And again, artificial intelligence is a broad array of topics. Therefore, let me only take 3 aspects out of many that you see here on the chart. The first thing is we provide you with instrumentation to automate business processes. Most SAP customers try to automate processes to the maximum and take human intervention out of the equation as much as possible. One idea would be you receive sales orders also via email, via PDF, via whichever channel. You can build a bot that monitors an inbox, takes the business document, and converts it automatically into a sales order. The next step may be that you then hand over this business document for somebody for approval, or you just route it through the system. So that is the power of automation. The second aspect is the simple scenario. You take a picture of an expense invoice and the system processes it for you. How does that work in the background? We take the picture and we run it through our document extraction service, one of the many business technology platform services. SAP has an own foundational model to recognize business documents. The outcome is exactly what I talked about before on the sales side, that we get the corresponding document and we can process it within SAP. The third aspect is an aspect of machine learning. And machine learning comes in very handy when you want to predict certain outcomes. For example, you have lots of quotes in the system and you want to predict which of these quotes will make it into an order. Therefore, you can use SAP's built-in machine learning capabilities, to be super specific, the predictive analytics library, to go through all of your data and only your data, come up with a model which you then apply against the new quotes. And the system will tell you for a new quote with a likelihood of 73%, this quote will turn into an order. The advantage of a machine learning scenario in this case is that it's not a black box. The system will present to you, yes, it is 73%, and here's the breakdown of the influencing factors, and you can then have a dialogue with a sales representative to say, okay, how do we manage this quote in the best way to really make sure that it turns into an order? One more aspect of artificial intelligence is our recently announced digital assistant Joule. To talk about Joule would be a completely different video, but just 3 aspects. Joule will help you with how-to-related questions, so ask me anything. Joule will help you with transactional aspects, and Joule will inform you about events in the system that are of relevance for you. So therefore, it is the perfect co-pilot. You will hear more of Joule in the next couple of months. You will see many demos from us where we are using Joule, and this is really where you can see how we bring the power of large language models also into the SAP system for a more easy user interface and user interaction. As I said, whatever we build will never be complete. Every customer has the need for additional integration scenarios, a few more fields here, an additional report here, and so on and so on. Therefore, we invested a lot into the extensibility of S/4HANA. And we are offering 2 major flavors for it. The first one is the in-application extensibility. Either you use our key user tools, if you just want to add a few more fields to the user interface, you need no programming skills, you need the key user extensibility. But you can also add own business objects, own business logic, to S/4HANA Public Cloud and run it on the inside. That is the in-application extensibility, and therefore we use the ABAP-based environment, our steampunk environment. If you rather want to build an extension side by side, maybe you want to build it just once and serve multiple S4s, with this capability, then you can use SAP's business technology platform. For example, use a cloud-native environment, use our CAP programming model, and work with that one. And this is then a great way for my partners to build out own intellectual property. But I not only recommend this approach to my partners, we are also doing the same thing within SAP. So the latest business capabilities, like sustainability footprint management, the way how you calculate the CO2 footprint based on the SAP data that you already have. We did not put this application into the kernel of S4, but we built it as a side-by-side application on BTP. The same applies for our most recent innovation, the Digital Currency Hub. The Digital Currency Hub allows you to transact with digital currencies, be it a stable coin, be it Bitcoin, or be it the upcoming, and 2027 is just around the corner, the digital euro, which we will receive from the European Central Bank. So here we provide you already today an application with which you can manage securely and completely compliant all of your interactions in the world of digital currencies. And we are inviting our partners to do the same thing. Therefore, we built a reference application and we document the reference application so that you can say how to build this kind of application. Let me give you a quick demo of how this application looks like. We built a little event management application, something I wouldn't put into the standard, but something that my partners would build. And you see here an S4HANA public cloud system. And the unique thing is I've added one more tile here, the author reading management application. And the author reading management application adds a few new business capabilities, which you can see here on the screen now. So what we have done is we've built an additional business object to manage these kind of events. And you can see here, for example, the author reading on The Hobbit. If I click on this one, the system brings up the detail screen. And as you can see here, it looks exactly like the rest of S4. So from a user's perspective, it doesn't matter whether the application runs within the SAP kernel or as a side-by-side extension on BTP. The relevant thing is obviously what we do not want is that any business capabilities which already exists gets replicated. Therefore, such an author reading event at the end of the day is a project. Therefore, whenever I create such a reading event, I create in the background a project in S4. And you can navigate now through, if you click here on this project name, the system takes you back from BTP into S4, straight into the application for project management, and you can do all of the planning that you want to do here. So that as a very short idea how you build an application side by side, which looks exactly the same like S4HANA, which meets all of the same security requirements, which runs on the same secure SAP infrastructure like the SAP system. That said, we also document this capability. So therefore, if you look at this link down here on GitHub, we intentionally published all of the details out. And when you go into this Git page, you can, number one, replicate the application, so clone the Git repository and spin it up yourself in your BTP account. And to make it easier for your development teams, we added a lot of tutorials. And these tutorials really present to you how to work in this environment, for example, how to make sure that the multi-tenancy works, but you can also then find here the different capabilities on how you integrate into S4. If you click here on this link, then you find all of the details how to do the integration that I just demoed to you. So that much as a very short introduction into the extension capabilities. As a summary, S4HANA Public Cloud is the solution you cannot outgrow. So when I talk to customers or prospects and they ask me, give me just one reason why I should go with S/4HANA Public, my point is S/4HANA Public will be the last ERP system you ever built. And everybody who has gone through a transition from one ERP system to another ERP system knows what a kind of value proposition that is. The upper mid-market is the market segment, and this is a statement to my partners that we want to win. Therefore, S/4HANA Public Cloud is the biggest strategic initiative that we are driving within SAP, but it only works with you because our partners are the ones who really have the proximity to all of the mid-market companies, and therefore we rely on you to make this reality become true. With the BTP extensibility, we offer our partners a way to commercialize their intellectual property and to make sure that if you have a great capability, like some of my partners on how to manage inventory, how to do the scanning, enterprise asset management solutions, and so on, integration into e-commerce solutions. You can publish that capability on the SAP Store, and it's visible to all of the customers out there, but also to all of the partners. And last but not least, please familiarize yourself and join us on the journey with artificial intelligence, because I believe that we're just scratching the surface. We're just starting to understand what we can do in the combination of automation, machine learning, and large language models. That said, thanks a lot for your attention. I'm really inviting you to get your hands around S/4HANA Public Cloud. As I said, I'm super excited about this solution. I hope that you feel this enthusiasm. With that, I wish you a great day and hope to see you soon.